Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video of the F1 2021 Driver Career with BMW Williams. Episode number 65 today for the Bahrain Grand Prix of Season 5, the opening round of the season. If you missed the previous episode, the pre-season episode, and of course the season finale, then recommend go and check that out, and of course subscribing to the channel, see plenty more F1 2021 Driver Career Mode videos. You've just seen on screen though there, R&D's not great. Obviously coming into Bahrain we have made upgrades. Red Bull are back as the fastest team on the grid now. Obviously that McLaren, as we well know, is maxed out. So now the Red Bull has got more upgrades than the McLaren available, and subsequently the Red Bull is on its way up. But of course it's going to be a flat line for here on in until we can get that HQ. Hopefully that will be done because we've got plenty of R&D points as well. Nothing really other change in the order. Maybe Ferrari can already take AlphaTauri at some point as well, with their new lineup, Sonoda and Ilott. So, but for us, we'll have to see what we can do. See how the car. First time back in this car since season 1. New helmet there, by the way, for this season. Just freshen it up.
30 seconds left in the session.
As well, none of the helmets on the podium pass are really that great, but this was the one that, you know, I just decided to freshen up, and this was the one I hadn't used yet. In terms of qualifying, I mean, it's going usually well. We're down in P18, so yeah, only that, which to be in this career mode is as what it was in 2021, a bit of cardboard. Losing a bit of time there at the end of the sector. Sector 1 I'm pretty good at. There we're up on Latifi, which is not that great to be honest, but there we go. Through into the hairpin, losing time. They're going to gain time on the exit. Stroll goes fastest now on 1:22.0. That's 3 seconds faster than the time that I've made. Again, losing time through the hairpin. We've gained time on the exit there, but it's not enough. We're only 8 hundredths up on our previous best time. Now we're a tenth there to come through to the end of the middle sector through this corner, which always is a with 3/10 down on what is Vettel because Latifi has improved. Make that 4/10 down on Zhou Guan Yu as well. So through the final corner, can we at least beat our old teammate Vettel to P17? No, is the answer to there. So yes, well, Red Bull have got some entry. Gasly running well. He's got his high focus. Ricciardo looking there and thereabouts as well, setting exactly the same lap time. So you know it's close between those 5 drivers. Sainz not looking great. He hasn't looked great at all throughout this career mode. And for us, it's his usual qualifying performance. We've got a little bit of work to do. We want to catch up with the rest of the team. Get further up the grid. Time though for the race.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula 1 World Championship. There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best at turn 1 of course, and then another soon into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into the tight left-hander of turn 10. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula 1 underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. And they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lance Stroll lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Gasly, Leclerc, Daniel Ricciardo, and Sonoda. Sainz, Ilott, Fernando Alonso, and Esteban Ocon. Norris, Russell, Lewis Hamilton and Perez, Latifi, Joe, Sebastian Vettel, a Williams, Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So here we are on the grid, P18. Race strategy is a one-stop. I did think about doing the alternate strategy from medium to softs, but I decided that we're a little bit too far back to try that. And also, there's a thing in this year's game where the mediums are terrible getting off the line as well. So we need a good start to be able to make up those lost positions. From 18th on the grid then, 5 lights are away and the final season of this career mode is out. And it's a good start, better than Vettel has had a horrible start as well. Died out the inside of about 8 cars there as the Mercedes decides not to give me any room into turn 1. We're going to cut across here now, but they're all going far side by side there. We're ahead of Russell already, up to P11. It's a great start, up 7 positions now down the side of Alonso, and side by side also with Russell, Norris. Russell's going to come alongside us now to go down the hill here. Can we have a 3 wide overtake into the hairpin? Thank you very much, and that is P9. Best of the rest really of the head of the top 4 teams there. Russell did have a go at us, but then we got as we went down the hill we had better speed, and then Alonso and Norris caught napping there in the Renault and Mercedes cars and unable to do that. As we're watching Lance Stroll, who did manage to get off the line okay, but he made contact with his teammate. We'll get a replay. So he's into the pits. Daddy Stroll's having a tantrum. This is what happened. Going into the turn 1, there's contact there, and obviously with simulation damage, that is enough for Verstappen to need a new front wing. It's not the first time those two have collided in this career mode, and probably won't be the last time. Jeff operating a strategy that isn't. There is an actual strategy change for once. We decided not to do that because I want to undercut basically, and I think we can try that. We're not really catching the cars in front, unfortunately. You can see we are losing time. So we go down this straight, we take a wide line here, very wide through turn 1 and up to turn 2. Norris will now have DRS, so we're going to have to go defensive on our former teammate from the first half of last season. What is he doing?
The side pods have taken damage. Keep an eye on your engine temperature. Cooling may be adversely affected.
Well, we've got... No. That was never his corner in a million years. Why did he think that it was okay? He was braking and then all of a sudden decided to accelerate into the corner. And of course, it's just always going to happen, especially as he went over the curb. So we've got a bit of... damage, as there is Callum Ilott off as well, so we're up to P7. That's why we'll get a replay of that after we pitted. But yes, in the intervening laps, we have been. It is causing a little bit of drag. So although the Williams car is a lot better than the McLaren, I feel in a straight line. Part of that is down to the BMW engine and done very good work. We have some, I think that is either, it's not floor damage, it's side pod damage. 2.4 second stop, that's what we like to see from the Williams people. Pit crew, and out we come in P14. Unfortunately, Stroll in this career mode is able to get past this. Here's a replay of what happened with Ilott there. Just got on the curb and had a 360 there off into that weird gravel patch that probably doesn't exist in real life as well. And he does then just join the track a little bit dangerously into the racing line as well. As we jump then to lap number 8. Where will Russell come out, of course, because he is overcut us. There's Russell coming out. We're going to go side by side into turn 1. He's on the hard tyres as well in a 25% race. Don't ask me why. But crucially for the team, although we keep ahead of him, which is good for us, he is ahead of Alonso, as another person to make a change in the pit stop is Gasly, who's jumped Verstappen, as Ricciardo and Sainz now are going to be looking at, as we're looking at Stroll versus Leclerc. This is not looking great for Ferrari. Ferrari have been on a downward trend really ever since that regulation change at the end of season 3. As watching Lando Norris, he is out of the race with an engine failure. So Mercedes not having a great afternoon there. I'm sure Toto Wolff will not be pleased with the reliability there. Back to the race lead then. This is a crucial move between Verstappen and Gasly for the race lead as well. Gasly on hards unfortunately, and Verstappen sweeps through, takes the lead back. As the lap later, we're watching Daniel Ricciardo take P3 away from Carlos Sainz. So it's a double podium for McLaren, but for Ferrari and particularly Gasly on those hard tyre runners, it's a lot better on the mediums. As Tsunoda has a go, but he's on Gasly as well, but he fails to get past also on the hard tyres. As well as we're now jumped to lap 14. Our race has been a little bit quiet, to be honest. We have kept Russell at bay for the most of the part, although he did have a go around the outside there on the final. This is of course the final lap. We jumped the penultimate on the run up to the final corner. Verstappen has won the Grand Prix comfortably in the end, as Russell has an almighty lunge there to try and take the position away from it. We're going to have a replay of this lunge. Was there any contact? He decided to think about it, then pulled out at the last minute. He was lucky not to lose a position to either of the Renaults of Alonso or Ocon as we crossed the line then for P8, which, considering where we started, down in P18, that's a good result. Just got to try and hopefully there's two things to look at here. One, we need that HQ upgrade as soon as possible. Otherwise, we're just going to be fighting for points, which is not what we want in this final season, for lowly points, excuse me. And two, we need to look a little bit on the qualifying as well, get used to the car, which I'm sure hopefully we can do the next race at Imola as well. But yes, Verstappen comfortably winning then from Gasly and Ricciardo there. Sainz, Ferrari will be disappointed. Tsunoda solidating P5, but they're not really a force to be reckoned with there as well. For us, P6 and P5, in the championship, Red Bull lead McLaren by a solitary point. Will Stroll step up?
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. We all underestimated you, didn't we?
Well, we always like to do that top gear from the rear, and it came with 8th place today.
So what's it been like transitioning over to your new team?
Well, it's an old team for us, Claire. Simple as that.
Great. Well, that's everything.
So there we go. That is the opening episode of this final season done. Next out will be Imola, which I think we got a podium. We've only finished on the podium so far, so nice to be able to. Hopefully, we can keep that run of form going. Although something tells me I doubt it. Imola's a very tough track. We have been lucky at times. But also, I do have some pace there. It's not complete there. And Portugal as well it's such a shame that Portimao's going, because it's becoming one of my favourite tracks there as well. So both of those are coming hopefully next week, providing there's no new game news. So yes, if you have then enjoyed this video, then leave a like, subscribe to the channel for news, see plenty more F1 2021 driver career mode videos with BMW Williams. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, thanks so much for watching, enjoy your day, and goodbye.